Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Gua Sha part 2. If you want to watch part 1, then click right over there. We are just going to dive right into the topic today, and the first thing we're going to talk about is oil. What type of oil do we use for facial gua sha? I like using castor oil because it's not heavily scented. It does have a little bit of nutty, almondy smell, but it's not so potent where it's going to bother your nose. So this makes it a good blending oil for essential oils like this. Castor oil is known for its moisturizing properties, so people use it for fine wrinkles, especially under the eye area, and also it has anti-inflammatory properties. It's known to reduce inflammation and also relieve pain. It also has antimicrobial properties. And the last benefit of castor oil is it nourishes hair. It helps hair growth. During the facial gua sha, if you get it on your eyebrows, don't worry because that's just going to help your eyebrow growth if you're lacking in that area. Like me! Anyways, also before you put the oils on your face, make sure you're not allergic to them because some people are allergic to oils. So if you are new to this, just test a little bit of the oil on a small patch of your skin. Basic techniques for facial gua sha. There is one technique that we need to master, and it is scraping upwards. So what you want to do is for facial gua sha, you always want to scrape from the bottom up. Do not drag your skin down like this. That is not the goal of facial gua sha. We want to uplift everything. For our body, the rest of our body, we can do all sorts of direction, but for the face, it's really important that we are uplifting the skin. On our beautiful faces, we have 5 meridians that run through our faces with over 40 acupuncture points. And in the acupuncture department, we usually treat a lot of patients that has face paralysis, from stroke to Bell's palsy to tendinitis. Also a lot of sleep disorder. We see a lot of patients with anxiety. These diseases, these problems, we usually use acupuncture point on the face. In this gua sha session, we are going to incorporate 4 acupuncture points. There are 3 acupoints that is aimed to distress, to calm the mind, and also to induce better quality sleep. So let me show you where those points are on our face, and then when we gua sha, we are going to pay special attention to those points. I am going to teach you how to locate these points. So the first one is from the pupil up, right above your eyebrow. We are going to measure 1.5 chun, and chun is a measurement that we use in traditional Chinese medicine when we deal with acupuncture, locating point location. So what that means is 1 chun is the 1 width of your thumb, so exactly this area. So this area right here, this is 1 chun. So 1.5 basically means 1.5 thumb width. The first point is from the pupil up past the eyebrow. You want to measure out 1.5 thumb, so around right here. So when we are doing gua sha, we want to make sure we scrape up this way, so we hit this acupuncture point. And same goes with this side. Then the other one is right between our eyebrows, right in the middle. And these 3 points is what my preceptor always use. Calming the mind, calming the spirit, calming your head. An extra point that I want to add in is right between our eyebrows, trace upwards, and then you just want to go half chun. So that is half of your thumb width. So you want to measure about half of your thumb width. So about right there is the 4th point that we want to hit during this massage. So let's get into the massage. The first thing that you want to do is make sure your face is clean. When you're doing facial gua sha, make sure you're working with a clean face. There's no makeup. Then the next step is to use a little bit of the oil. For the castor oil, you can use 1 to 3 drops. But 1 drop really goes a long way. 1 drop on your forehead, 1 drop on either side of your cheek, and that should be enough. Or you could directly drop the oil onto your Gua Sha tool and then just work that through your skin. So that's really up to you. I am just going to drop a little bit on my face. Just 1 drop. Let's just get the oil across. Some on the forehead. Like I said, 1 drop really goes a long way. So you can just use 2 drop and that is fine. But yes, prep your face. Alright, now we have the oil spread evenly over the face. Let's start massaging. Okay, now it's time to de-stress. The first point is right above the pupil and 1.5 chin from the eyebrows. So let's work on that. And I am using this side of the blade. You can also use this side for your forehead, and you want to scrape upwards until you reach the hairline and stop where the hairline is. So start from the brow. You can scrape from 45-degree angle, or you can also do a 90-degree angle. Which one feels better to you? And do about 10 to 15 times and then switch over to the other side. Again, we want to locate where the pupil is, and then right above the brow, start there, then scrape up. Same thing, using either the 45-degree angle or the 90-degree angle, perpendicular to your forehead. And just do 10 to 15 strokes. Alright, then the middle part, right between our eyebrows, and also bring it up to half chin behind the hairline. There are 2 ways that you can do this. The first one is using this side. To hit those 2 acupoints, you start from the bridge of your nose, then you swipe upwards there, and then stop when you are half chin from your hairline. So once again, you can do either 45-degree angle or you can do a 90-degree angle, whichever one feels better for you. And then just scrape this about 10 to 15 times at your own pace. Scrape it at a speed that you feel most comfortable. And also between the eyebrows, I like to use this round part here to focus on the acupuncture point. So you can start from the bridge of your nose, slide up, and when you reach between the eyebrows, give it a little pressure, and then keep scraping upwards behind the hairline, and then give it a little press. So again, slide up behind hairline, a little pressure, and keep repeating it for 10 to 15 times. This one is also good for people that have what I like to call them the thinker wrinkles. I think it's actually called frown wrinkles. it's where you have the really deep wrinkle right here. So basically when we scrape this area, we are scraping those wrinkles, we're calming those wrinkles down. And then also there are two, the frown wrinkle that also goes this way. I'll also work on those. So let's do a couple more. You can also use this side of your Gua Sha blade for this part. If you don't want to press and just scrape up, that is okay too. You don't want to scrape your skin to a point where it hurts. And you will see a little bit of Sha, which is the redness, the pinkish red color of your skin after you scrape it. That is showing you there is the micro circulation. You are bringing blood flow to that area. So the next thing that we want to work on is the frown wrinkle, or the thinker wrinkle, what I like to call them, because usually people with a wrinkle right between their eyebrows and also where the eyebrows start, those people usually have a lot on their minds, and it's a sign of high stress. So they're always doing something like this. So how do we want to work on those is like this. Then you want to scrape up, like upward, sideways, like this. And then that will work on this frown wrinkle right there. You are smoothing that wrinkle out. Now we will move on to the low part of our face. Let's start with our cheekbones. We want to scrape above our cheekbone and then right underneath our cheekbone, and then the last one is to start from the corner of our mouth and scraping up sideways. Above the cheekbone, you want to scrape like this, and you want to start where your nose is and just scrape upwards. Bring it all the way up, like you see that facelift. Okay, and the only thing about this area is you don't want to scrape right underneath your eye, because this part of the skin is really thin, and as you can see, there is already some Sha. My face is turning pinkish. So the focus, I'm using this side again, and then the focus is on the cheekbone. Okay, so you're feeling this area is your cheekbone. Okay, the next one is to start from the nose, and this time we are going right underneath the cheekbone. And we're going right underneath the cheekbone. So the pressure that I'm putting is on this edge of the Gua Sha tool. I'm putting most of my pressure right there. There are some people that said don't put so much pressure when you're doing facial Gua Sha, but then again, that is personal preference, because it's just like a back massage. It's like some people, they prefer more force, and some people, they don't like as much because they're more sensitive. So I just follow the rule where if it feels good, then you're doing it right. Well, my skin is pretty pink. The last part, you can start from the edge of your lip, and you can also start from the center of your chin and then scraping upwards. You can see that when I do facial Gua Sha, I sometimes switch from 45-degree angle to 90-degree angle. Facial Gua Sha is really flexible. There's there isn't like a set in stone rule that you have to follow strictly. As long as it feels good, you're okay. And if you want to work your way back up, and then cheekbones, both of this feels good. And then do the same thing for your other side of your face, and you are good to go. Alright, and that wraps up our Gua Sha part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you learned something new and give this Gua Sha a try.